Have you ever felt like your life is no longer your own, as though your days revolve entirely around the needs and desires of your children? As we get older, it's only natural to want to be there for them, to help when they need it, and to stay connected. But there's a fine line between being a supportive parent and becoming a servant in your own later years. The truth is, many older adults unknowingly fall into this trap. They give too much, sacrifice their own well-being, and before they realize it, their time, energy, and even financial security have been overtaken by their children's expectations. But here's the good news. It doesn't have to be that way. You can still be a loving parent without losing your independence, dignity, or the life you've worked so hard to build for yourself. In this video, we're going to talk about 6 powerful ways to maintain your freedom as you age so you don't become overwhelmed by your children's needs. From setting clear boundaries to ensuring your financial independence, these strategies will help you live on your own terms while still having healthy, meaningful relationships with your family. Stay with us until the end, because what we're about to share could transform the way you experience your later years. Let's begin. Number 1, set clear boundaries. One of the biggest mistakes many older parents make is thinking that their role as a provider never really ends. You raised your children, gave them everything they needed, and helped them grow into adults. But that doesn't mean you owe them your entire old age. If you're always at their beck and call, rearranging your life to accommodate their needs and feeling guilty when you say no, it's time to set clear boundaries. Healthy relationships are built on mutual respect, and that includes respecting your time, energy, and personal life. If your children expect you to drop everything for them, handle their responsibilities, or make decisions that only benefit them, it's essential to start defining what is and isn't acceptable. Setting boundaries doesn't mean shutting them out or being cold. It simply means making it clear that your needs are just as important as theirs. Take Robert, a 72-year-old father who found himself babysitting his grandchildren 5 days a week. At first, he loved helping out, but as time passed, he realized he no longer had time for his own life. When he finally spoke up and set limits, something remarkable happened. His children adjusted. They found other solutions, and Robert was able to reclaim his freedom without harming his relationship with his family. It's not selfish to prioritize yourself. It's necessary. A parent's job is to raise children who can stand on their own, not to serve them endlessly. By establishing boundaries, you not only protect your own well-being, but you also teach your children to respect your time and effort while still maintaining a strong, loving connection. Number 2, prioritize your own financial security. Many older parents make the mistake of putting their children's financial needs ahead of their own. They dip into their savings, co-sign loans, or give away large sums of money, sometimes out of love, sometimes out of a sense of obligation. But here's a hard truth. Once your money is gone, no one will replenish it for you. Retirement should be a time to finally enjoy the rewards of your hard work. Yet too many older adults find themselves in financial struggles because they felt guilty saying no. Helping your children when you're able is a kind gesture, but sacrificing your own financial stability for their comfort is a risky choice. The reality is that the best thing you can do for your children is to ensure you never become a financial burden to them. Take the story of Harold, a 74-year-old man who spent years bailing out his son from bad financial decisions. Each time, his son promised to pay him back, but the money never returned. Eventually, Harold realized that by continuing to give, he was compromising his own future. He made the difficult decision to stop lending money and let his son face the consequences of his actions. While it was tough, over time, his son became more responsible, and Harold was able to protect the retirement he had worked so hard for. If your children ask for financial help, think carefully before you give. Will it put your own security at risk? Are they relying on you to solve their problems instead of figuring things out on their own? You need to put yourself first, because no one else will do it for you. Protect what you've worked for, and don't let guilt take away your peace of mind. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend subscribing and turning on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating valuable content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move on. Number 3, maintain your own life and interests. One of the most common mistakes people make in their later years is allowing their world to shrink around their children. It often starts with small things, cancelling plans to help them run errands, spending more time babysitting than doing what you enjoy, or putting off your own personal goals because they might need you. Before you know it, your entire life revolves around them, and suddenly you can't remember who you are beyond being a parent. But here's the truth. Your identity is not just mum or dad. You had passions, friendships, and dreams before your children became the center of your world. And those things still matter. If you abandon your own interests, you risk losing your sense of self. And nothing drains a person's vitality faster than feeling like their life no longer belongs to them. Take Edward, a 76-year-old retired teacher who loved woodworking. When his daughter had her first child, he was happy to help out and began spending more and more time caring for his grandson. But before long, his days were consumed by child rearing again, and he barely touched his tools. It wasn't until a friend encouraged him to start building furniture again that he realized how much he had neglected his own passions. Once he began woodworking again, he felt more fulfilled and even made new friends who shared his interests. It's easy to justify putting your children's needs first, but you must ask yourself, who is looking out for you? A fulfilling life in your later years doesn't come from waiting around to be needed. It comes from pursuing what excites you. Whether it's a hobby, traveling, learning something new, or simply spending time with people who inspire you, keeping your own interests alive helps you stay vibrant, engaged, and independent. Your children have their own lives, and you deserve to have yours too. Number 4, teach self-reliance, not dependence. One of the greatest gifts you can give your children is the ability to stand on their own 2 feet. Too often, parents step in to solve their children's problems, trying to make life easier for them, even well into adulthood. While this might feel like an act of love, it can actually cause more harm than good. Instead of empowering them, you may be preventing them from learning how to face life's challenges on their own. It's worth asking yourself, are you truly helping or are you enabling them? If your children rely on you every time they need financial help, emotional reassurance, or a quick fix for their problems, and you always step in, you're denying them the chance to build resilience. Over time, this can leave you feeling drained, constantly giving, while they continue to take. Take Frank, a 70-year-old father, as an example. He realized that his son, now in his 40s, had never truly stood on his own. Every time life became difficult, Frank was there to offer money, fix mistakes, and provide a safety net. But when Frank finally decided to stop bailing him out, something unexpected happened. His son figured things out on his own. Yes, he made mistakes, but he also learned responsibility, and their relationship actually improved because there was no longer the assumption that Frank would always save the day. This doesn't mean you shouldn't support your children. It just means that there's a difference between offering guidance and taking on their burdens. They're adults now, and part of growing up is learning how to handle setbacks, make decisions, and take responsibility for their own choices. If you keep stepping in, you may be robbing them of the chance to develop the skills they need to thrive independently. If you're still with me and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Number 5, establish emotional independence. Many older parents unknowingly tie their emotional well-being to their children. They wait for phone calls, feel hurt when their kids don't visit, and adjust their moods based on how much attention they receive. But here's the hard truth. Your happiness should never depend on someone else's actions. When you let your emotional state be dictated by your children, you give up control over your own life. It's natural to love your family, but there's a difference between loving them and being emotionally dependent on them. When your sense of self-worth is tied to how often they call, how much they appreciate you, or how involved they are in your life, you set yourself up for constant disappointment. Your children have their own lives to live. They have jobs, families, and responsibilities. While they may love you deeply, they cannot be the sole source of your emotional fulfillment. Take Ella Lana, a 73-year-old woman, for example. She used to feel heartbroken every time her son cancelled plans or forgot to call. She spent years feeling unappreciated, until one day she decided to shift her focus. Instead of waiting for her children to reach out, she began making plans with friends, joining social groups, and rediscovering hobbies she had long neglected. The result? She became happier, more confident, and surprisingly, her relationship with her children actually improved because she no longer placed the burden of her happiness on them. Number 6. Protect your peace by setting boundaries. As we grow older, one of the most empowering things we can do is learn how to say no. Many parents feel a deep sense of duty to say yes to every request that comes their way, whether it's taking care of the grandkids, lending money, or rearranging their schedules to accommodate their children's needs. But here's the truth. You are not an endless well of energy, and your time, health, and peace of mind matter just as much as anyone else's. Setting boundaries isn't a sign of love being withheld. It's a way of honoring your own well-being, recognizing that you deserve time for yourself too. If you're feeling exhausted, unappreciated, or like your kindness is being taken for granted, it's a clear signal that boundaries are needed. Take George, for example. At 78, he had spent many years saying yes to everything his children asked. If they needed a loan, he gave it. If they needed help moving, he would cancel his own plans. If they needed someone to babysit the grandkids last minute, he would drop everything. But over time, George began to realize that his kindness had shifted into something more like obligation. His children had come to expect his help not as a gift, but as a given. One day, George made the decision to set some limits. He still helped when it came from a place of genuine desire, but he no longer stretched himself thin, giving up his own happiness. At first, his children were caught off guard, but as time went on, they learned to respect his decisions. Their relationship grew healthier because of it. Setting boundaries isn't about pushing others away, it's about protecting yourself. When you start prioritizing your own needs, you show others that you value yourself. You also make room for relationships that are based on mutual respect, not on the feeling of obligation. You've given so much already, now it's time to allow yourself the freedom to live according to your own terms. If you're still here watching and finding these insights helpful, please comment number 6 below to let me know you're with me. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I encourage you to subscribe and turn on the bell notification so you never miss an update. Your support allows us to keep creating content that informs and inspires you. Now let's keep moving forward. Final thoughts. As you continue your journey through life, remember this: you are not here to spend your days serving everyone else at the expense of your own happiness. You've spent so many years giving, sacrificing, and doing what was best for your family. Now it's your turn to focus on yourself. That doesn't mean you stop loving your children or turn your back on your family's needs. It simply means that your life is still your own. The secret to a fulfilling later life is finding balance. Love your children, but don't let them take advantage of you. Offer support when you can, but don't give so much that you lose sight of your own well-being. You are still a person with needs, dreams, and desires. You deserve to live a life that reflects those things. So, as you think about the 6 lessons we've shared today, ask yourself, which area needs the most attention? Are you setting healthy boundaries? Are you protecting your emotional well-being? Are you making decisions that bring you happiness, rather than simply trying to meet everyone else's expectations? We'd love to hear from you. Please leave a comment below and share one thing you've learned today and how you plan to apply it in your life. Your thoughts truly matter to us, and reading them gives us the motivation to keep going. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share it with others. Your support helps us continue creating content that's informative and inspiring. Thanks so much for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.